may have went into cardiac arrest right then at the same time. But now playing the game, it's a huge meme. I mean, we did it on our Let's Play. Game's not scary to me at all. I don't know about y'all, but I
Hiding
just don't.
behind a toilet.
Yeah. I
Make it
mean,
out of
literally,
all.
I'm just shielding myself with a toilet seat at this point. It's just a giant meme. But the reason I wanted to talk about it today is as kind of boring as that game has gotten and not scary at all. I've got some things that I've got to read off of their Trello. For those of you that don't know what a Trello is, it's basically a public development tree slash work path, workflow, whatever you want to call it, where they show exactly what the bugs are, what they've got on their backlog, what they've got currently in progress, what's currently in testing, beta testing, and what has already been released. So I'm going to read a couple highlights from their in progress. So they've got a progression overhaul, which includes objectives rework, equipment rework, leveling rework, money and rewards rework, difficulty rework. And that's what's currently in progress right now. On their backlog, they've got some general changes, which, they've got some new accessibility options they're working on, people for colorblind, quick chat for ghost communication, random weather chances on each map, increased uses for temperature, such as opening windows, heaters, moving the ghost with it, long term tracking player statistics, deaths, hunts, contracts, money in and out, and cursor customization. More specifically, they're working on something called Horror 2.0. And this is what I'm happy about. I mean, they could put no new content in the game, but I was talking on stream the other day in that I don't even know what I want this game to be, but I want it to be better than it is. And I'm just sitting there thinking to myself, what if somebody took elements from Resident Evil 7 and Visage and Outlast and all these like really, really good, absolutely terrifying horror games, and then they incorporated that into an RNG element. That's what I want to see out of this. And it sounds like that's the direction that they're going to be going in. So we've got new ghost events overhaul. We've got hallucinations, new death rooms, new death animations, and a sound overhaul,
So
which all of those things I think are great.
So in my head, like I was reading this like right before you started reading it out, and in my head I'm picturing one of two scenarios, right? Say
Yeah.
you're in the Woodbridge house or whatever, the one where you walk in and you're immediately like in the kitchen area. It has the garage off to the left. It has the basement downstairs in that direction, like little laundry room. You can go upstairs or you can go into the living room to your right, and then that far bedroom and like the closet area, right? Picture you're in the kitchen, and
Okay.
for a ghost event, the ghost just destroys the kitchen. Flips a table, like throwing not like an object, like not like little objects like plates, like you see a chair fly across the room, right?
Yeah.
Now picture that happens, you freak out, you turn away and turn back and everything's fine. You just imagined that happening.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
Like that could
like
you literally see the entire table upend, chairs fly everywhere. You go to run away, you turn back, the kitchen's pristine. Nothing happened.
what? So I got to go back in time on this real quick. So help me think through this. Was it Paranormal Activity 2 that was in like the rich people's house where they had
I
the
think it
security
was
system, or
I
was
think it
that
was
3?
3 where
Yeah.
they did where it even had
Yeah.
like the camera on the fan that go back and
Yeah.
forth.
Yeah.
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 So that's what I envision for
Yeah.
this game. I envision that you can walk into the kitchen, the game knows no one has been in the kitchen for a few
Mm.
minutes, and then you walk in there and all of a sudden all the cabinets just burst open with the loudest sound ever. I mean, I envision something like that. When the ghost is coming at you, I envision that ghost can not only walk on the floor but crawl on the walls and the ceiling on its way to get you. It
Would
could do a spiral all the way to you for all I care. But something that's just different than what it is now,
Yeah,
something
like
that's just like
picture
just turn
picture
it up to
you
10.
you walk into the bedroom, right, in that house, just for example, that far right bedroom.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
exploring
yeah,
through
yeah.
the house. You
Yeah.
hear the heartbeat sound, you're like, what's oh god, what's that? I
mm.
need to hide. You open the door, the ghost is literally standing upside down, like right above the bed, staring at you at the door.
Yeah. I mean,
You know
there's
what I
so
mean?
much they could do with it, and I just want so much for this game because, obviously it was a bit of a viral sensation. It's still got a huge population of people playing it. It's got a ton of streamers streaming it. It's a
It
really, really
it
good
needs
concept.
more. It needs more to be fun now though, because now that we have a solid grasp of the mechanics, it takes the fear level out. Like once you understand mechanically what is happening, like hiding behind the toilet, right? Like just breaking line of sight and you're safe from the ghost. Like when we did the let's play, the ghost walked into the bathroom. The ghost walked up
Yeah,
to the toilet
yeah, yeah,
and then just went, "Oh, they're not here," and walked away.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
and as somebody that truly thinks this game is absolutely boring, and I have no need to play it unless there's a group of people that want to play it. I think that I like when you made the comment like I don't know what I really want or envision this game to be, but I just want it to be better than it is currently. Um, when you then mention the Paranormal Activity movies, that's exactly what I want it to be because the game
Yeah.
is built like it could do that, like you guys are saying. Like I truly think that
It
would
would
make
be
it
nice
really
to be able
exciting.
to
But how
properly
does
run.
but how does a game which currently goes for like, the basic, 16-year-old play this game and not even be worried about it, right? Then all of a sudden you upscale, and all of a sudden it's like everything's freaking out all the time, and now it's become like more horror ridden. Like,
I
is
Uh,
that a
The first
is
time you
that
play that game, it's scary.
is it?
I screamed like a little girl when that child charged us.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
I did my normal scared face, like
Yeah.
with no audible noise,
Yeah,
but
especially if you don't know what's happening. You're right. You're right. So it definitely probably is not that big of a leap. Question: out of those upgrades, those bugs, different features and stuff like that they're coming up with, I know you said something about weather. Like they're gonna have adaptive weather in there. Does weather
yeah.
currently affect the game in regards to like temperature readings or anything like that in the house?
No, but I think that's what they were talking about when they talked
Yeah.
about reworking the temps.
Yeah,
Like
see now
maybe it's
that
harder
starts
to
a
tell if
different
you have a freezing temperature ghost if it's snowing outside.
correct.
Yeah.
See, now that makes the game a little bit harder, but not too hard, I think. Like that starts to get the game where I personally would want it, which is like in this realm of you actually have to think kind of through it.
Yeah.
Um, So right now it's still enjoyable with a group of people that are enjoying playing it. So I'm excited to kind of see where that goes.
Yeah, I think that they've got a real problem on their hands though, because at this point, what started out as, basically an RNG horror title has turned into four-player Among Us, basically.
Yeah,
It's it's obviously totally different game, totally different
sure.
concept. I'm not trying to compare the two, but I mean as a social experience for a group of people that doesn't have 10 people, but they've got 4, Phasmophobia is a great choice, and that's
Yeah,
what it's become. It's become this, like, casual social experience that people play now. It's not horrifying in the slightest to anyone that has played this more than a few hours. So, I think that the problem is gonna be how do they take this existing community and introduce these new horror elements